So everybody, the big thing now, big commercial, yeah, is come back to Africa. Come back to Africa, niggers. Come back to Africa. Come back to the motherland. The motherland needs you. It needs your talent, needs your money, needs your gold. It needs your brain. You see, we have drained Africa for the last 5,500 years. We want you to come back and lend your talent to us because we sold you. Remember, we sold you into slavery. And you went to that big European country and you stayed there for so long and you've become smart. We need that smartness. Basically, that's what I'm hearing. I'm not stupid, you know. Not all of us is dumb. Come back to Africa. Well, I'm not from Africa. I'm not from Africa. You know where I'm from? I'm from the planet Earth. My ancestors, all my ancestors, used to run this motherfucker. Africa was just a small part of it. All over the world you go, you see black folks everywhere. Go all the islands, black folks inhabited it. Now you want to tell me to come back to Africa. But where in Africa do you want me to come? Come on now. Let's be serious about this. Where in Africa should I go? So I take my hard-earned money, right? Take my hard-earned money. I've been working all my life. And I go to Africa, buy me some land. Or maybe you give me some land. It doesn't matter. It's a big fucking continent. I shouldn't be buying anything if I go over there. Fertile as a motherfucker, right? That's what's so heartbroken about it. That's what's so sick about the whole thing. And how do you explain a huge continent like Africa with unlimited natural resources? Yes, you hear me, unlimited natural resources. But somehow, the people in certain areas can't feed themselves. Dying of hunger and starvation. Can't even get drinking water. But you get your politicians just sitting around. How the hell do you explain that? But anyway, notwithstanding, however, I get my money and I go to Africa. Buy me some land, start me a little farm, build me a house, build me a house. And then all of a sudden, some warlord come up, shoot me in the back of the head, take my property, rape my kids and my family, and that's it. Isn't that the story of Africa? Isn't that, in general, that's the whole story? You know, child labor, you know, child labor, child slavery, human trafficking, yeah? And all these things, when all this thing is happening, when all of this is happening, where are your leaders? Where are all these great African leaders that we used to hear about? Where are they now? They ain't nowhere to be found, are they? You know why they ain't nowhere to be found? Because all your leaders are traitors. All you fucking African leaders are traitors. You are low-life, dirty, no good motherfuckers. All of you. All of you. All of you motherfucking leaders have soloed Africa. You are a traitor to the African people. So don't come and tell me I should come back to your country. Now I'll just take my chances right here. At least I know what I'm up against here. I'm not under any illusions. You know? Yeah, the police might want to shoot me in the ass, but I know what to look for. You see, I've developed a mechanism by which to cope. But, you know, I go to Africa, I might just let my guard down. No, thank you. Because your leaders have always been traitors, see. Your African leaders they're not excellent. They're not smart. They're disgusting low-life motherfuckers. They've always been. How do you know that? Because the people live in poverty, for the most part. Always struggling. While you motherfuckers are shopping in Europe. What do you think when the leader, any African leader, when they finish ruling, where do they go? They end up in Switzerland, Sweden, some European country that they end up retiring to. You know what? That shows that they've done a good job. Or they go to Saudi Arabia if they're Muslim. You see that they're not really leaders. What they're nothing but plantation managers. Yeah, they're plantation managers, and they put them in these positions not to do a good job, but to create as much hell as they can. Much hell and confusion. You see, while all the hell and confusion is taking place, they're stealing all your resources, see? And these guys are part of the con. That's why they're rewarded with big houses and villas and shit, great bank accounts in other countries. So, gotta move them out. Bring in a new group later. Before you catch on to the con, see. Can't keep them around because you might get pissed off. You get pissed off, you might bring out your pitchfork and your axes and your machetes. You gotta move them out before you catch on and you caught on to the con, see. Con job, they're not leaders, they're con men. So to keep the con going, you gotta keep the wheel turning. You gotta replace them, you gotta move them out, bring in a new group of con men, low life, bunch of fucking idiots and traitors. See, they're not, you see what these guys are? They're just emissaries and ambassadors of evil. They're the dark lords, emissaries of death and destruction. That's what's been happening to Africa for the last 500 fucking years. Don't come and tell me to come back to your country. Fuck you. Oh, I see through all you motherfuckers. Africa, the motherland. Maybe at one time it was, but not anymore. What you have now is a bunch of traitors. Low down, dirty, no good motherfucking traitors. You know how I know you motherfuckers ain't no good? Because you're alive. That's why. That's why I know you ain't no good. Because if you were any good, if you represent the people, guess what would have happened? They'd have shoot you in the ass a long time. You see, don't misunderstand me now. Come on now, folks. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about the African leaders in Africa. I'm talking about black leaders all over the world. Do you know of any black leader right now that you can say is not a traitor? Who you can say, this is a just leader. He's about the people. I don't know any. I'm from Jamaica. Look at Jamaica. They just sold that motherfucker to the Chinese. The Jamaican leaders are the most disgusting low-life motherfuckers there is. Come to Jamaica. Fuck you. You're a leader of Jamaica. You're a black leader anywhere in the world. You're a black leader in America. Fuck you. Go kill yourself. All of you. Traitors. Low-life. Degenerate. Soulless. Bastards. That's what you all are. You know what I'm tired of? Black people never hold their leaders to any form of responsibility. They're not held to any sense of responsibility or accountability. You know why? Because they're not responsible or beholden to the people. That's how you know. You see, their masters and overlords are the New World Order. You see? And they're in Europe. All black leaders are accountable to Europe and the Pope. They're all degenerates. These motherfuckers can do anything. And they always give them excuses. And I started to figure, the only reason why black people do that is because if they were in power, they would do that themselves. Whatever the leader is doing is a reflection of the people. The leader is responsible for the land. to make sure the land is safe. You make sure your country is safe so that people can live in prosperity and in harmony. You see, the people's job is to hold the leaders' feet to the fire. Yeah, make sure you adhere to justice, harmony, responsibility, integrity. Keep this leader honorable. Challenge him all the time. But you see, you don't get that anymore. Because most of the black people, they're into idol worshiping, see. So they sit around with their thumbs up their ass. No matter what the leader does, they just take it. Look at all these rogue leaders in Africa. And do I have to name them? I mean, do I have to name names? There's just too many. These motherfuckers are just like a bad virus sweeping across the continent. All these motherfuckers, low life, no good, degenerate motherfuckers, and they end up calling them excellency. What they're excellent at? Come on, tell me what they're excellent at? Huh? They might give their tribe a few crumbs from the table, but are they really leaders? Why if the people are suffering, how good is your leader? How good is your leader if your people are suffering? You can't even get drinking water, and this motherfucker is supposed to be some excellency? What's the excellence at doing? Yeah, he's excellent, all right. Ripping your motherfucking resources off and sending it to Europe or some other country, while they have big bank accounts and billions of dollars in some Swiss accounts, and he's excellent. Why do you have him to stay in power? Why do you have these leaders stay in power? That's the next thing I want to know. Why don't you raise up against these motherfuckers? Because my thing is, there should be like a protocol. It should be a protocol. It should be a general protocol in Africa. Yeah, if the leader is coward and he don't want to do right by the people, no problem. You're not just gonna rule in peace and run me over. Make my life a living hell. We're gonna make your life a hell. And if it's a good leader and they decide to come in and execute him, kill him and put in somebody else, well, whoever you put in can't rule here. We're going to make sure that. We're going to take that motherfucker out and put his head up on a pole. If we can't have it, nobody can, because this is our fucking country. You can't do it nowhere else in the world. I see Chinese in Africa. The black people talking about the Chinese come over here and taking our gold and... Oh, shut the fuck up. How did the Chinese get there in the first fucking place? Stop being a fucking crybaby. How did they get there in the first place? Guess what? Let me think. Put my finger up. Which way is the wind blowing? Oh, guess what? Your leader was the one that invited them over there. Yeah, your leader invited them over there to steal your resources right from underneath your feet. Why? Because your leader sold you out. Jesus fucking Christ, it's just simple mathematics. Did the Chinese just landed in Africa? Did they invade it? No, they were invited to steal your resources. Well, King Mabuto Fuka, whatever his fucking name is, he's living high on the hog. He's living good. His family's living good. And maybe a few people from his tribe. See, these motherfuckers are tribal too. That's the next thing. You can get away with a lot of shit because his tribe will protect him. Maybe you should just wipe out the whole fucking tribe. Fuck them. Because the last time I checked, we're in the same country as you. Alright? So if we can't have peace and prosperity, nobody should have peace and prosperity either. Fire burn that bullshit. Burn that fucker to the ground. We all just go back to living in fucking caves then. That's the principle that you all should have. That should be the protocol. If I can't have it, nobody can. This is my country. This is my resources under my feet. And if I can't have it, nobody can. Now, if you can come up with a fair and equitable just way by which we can share this thing so we can all live in harmony, then it's no problem. But if you're going to put some asshole in office, some degenerate lowlife, to sell me out, well, fuck him and fuck you. And I'm going to make his life and live in hell. I'm gonna make his tribe live in hell, and everybody around him, their lives gonna be up for grab. See, these motherfuckers are cowards anyway. So once they understand that, guess what? They'll straighten up. How come they don't do that in Europe? You know why? Because the Europeans will fucking nail those motherfuckers to a cross. Only Africans take that shit. Bullshit, man. People tired of that shit. Here you motherfuckers crying and complaining about Africa this and what is it, you know, this Chinese, this Chinese, next gonna be the Japanese, the Europeans came and they enslaved us, and they colonized us. Oh, shut the fuck up. And stand up as a people, stand up for your stuff, and start fucking fight these motherfucking niggers off of you. Get these niggers off your back. They no fucking leaders. Leaders represent their people. These ain't no fucking leaders. Where they gonna lead you? Your leaders are right, leading you right into fucking hell. Making your life a fucking hell in perpetuity. And they always come up with some bullshit. It's either Christian or Islam or whatever. Look at this motherfucker, what was his name? Oh, this fucking guy. The one that went to Massa Musa. Huh? Look at that motherfucker. Yeah, here he is right here. Look at him. Look at all that gold and shit that he has. Huh? Call him the Bling King. Talking about he's rich. That wasn't his money. Money belonged to the people. He just wanted to take it and give it away. Which I was there to rob his ass. Took all this money. All this gold, caravan of 400 fucking horses, hyenas, or whatever he was riding, you know, camels, lions, and shit. Talking about he's making pilgrimage to Mecca. Motherfucker. Making pilgrimage to Mecca. Showing all the gold that he had. This guy has a lot of gold in his hand. He's just throwing gold everywhere. Advertising the riches of his country. Before he leave Timbuktu, somebody should have kicked his ass off that horse. Go sit your ass down somewhere, Musa. The fuck you think you're doing? Yeah? Putting our lives at risk. They went all over Mecca, all over the Middle East. People are looking at this nigga like, this nigga here is rich. He got a lot of money in him, a lot of gold. Where's he from? Talking about he's gonna make pilgrimage to Mecca. What nigga going to Mecca for? Mecca nigga better? Give me a fucking break. Dance around some rock? Huh? But it's a good little trick though, isn't it? Every Muslim has to make pilgrimage to Mecca. It's a nice little money trick. You think about it. Everybody in the world, if you're a Muslim and you have to go to Mecca, you know how much money it costs you all your life? You have to save up. Then you go to Arab land and spend it on the Arab people. And most of those Arabs over there are not even fucking Muslims. They're a bunch of degenerate lowlives anyway. Look at the ruling class over there. They're sick motherfuckers. The Muslim, the real Muslims. Islam is in the heart. It's in every fiber of your being. You don't have to go to Mecca. Hold it for a second. Let me explain to you. Let me tell you where Mecca is. The real Mecca. If you want to go to Mecca, you don't have to leave your home. You don't have to leave your house. The journey begins with you. And the path will lead you to the innermost holies of holy. To the sacred and innermost sanctuary of the divine. Let me explain this a different way. See, I wrote this years ago when I was in my late teens. I used to do a lot of meditation stuff, you know. So went on all these meditation trips. Oh, don't worry, I didn't take no drugs or no LSD or no Quaaludes. None of all of that. I didn't know external vehicle to take me there. Why? Because I was already there. Need no help, need no gold, no diamonds, none of that. No external stimuli. I wrote this and I didn't understand it at first. But now I have a better understanding what this whole journey is all about. If you should begin to search, you will succeed in finding that which you already have. The path to understanding are delicate steps. So you must remove from yourself those parts of you that prevent you from seeing you. As you approach the door to the innermost sacred sanctuary of the heart, you will find you standing there. Don't frustrate yourself. Prostrate yourself. The guardian at the door is there only to protect you from the delicate creature that is you. Now, let's get back to Mr. Musa here. So, Mr. Musa went to Mecca. He was going to Mecca. All these Europeans was looking at him like, and all these Arabs like, where's this nigga from? Oh, over here in Timbuktu, Mali. You're going to pay them a little visit here, Joe. Yeah, that's where the gold is coming from. That's where you always see these movies where they always talk about King Solomon's mine, because they were obsessed with that shit. They even sent Tarzan over there to look for this shit. It's just pathetic. The shit that comes up. Why can't I get a good news out of Africa? Because you got assholes running the place. That's why. Jesus fucking Christ. So years later, they're just going to ransack Timbuktu to steal all the gold. They just went all over Africa and ransacking. There's gold here. Nigga, where the gold, nigga? Oh, were you calling me nigga? My name, you trying to say Niger? No, I'm saying you nigga, boy. Where you put the gold at? You have some gold over here. Well, are you trying to say Niger? If you want to go to Niger, you have to go northwest and you have to follow the stars and go south of that. And then you end up at the edge of the desert under a big boobab tree. And when the shot of the boobab tree hit your shoulder in the middle of the day, then you go northwest and continue straight, and then you'll end up at the Niger River. Holy Mary, Mother of God. Boy, get out a riddle spoon out of your mouth. You trying to confuse us? No, boy, don't lie to us now. Here's a mine over here. Where's the gold mine? We want the gold mine, boy. Living Mary of God, look at all those timbers. Are you talking about those huge trees over there? That's our sacred forest. They're sacred to us. You can't just go in there. Ancestors living there. You got to get permission from the priest or the chief to go up in there. They're sacred to us. These niggas here are rich, George. Yes, Jimmy, these niggas have a lot of shit over here. What's the glossy stuff? Oh, be Jesus, man's Lord. These are diamonds and precious stones in the river. Boy, those are just stones. They're lifeless. They're no good. They have no value. Boy, shut your mouth, boy. Where your village at, boy? My village is over there. You still saying Niger though? Well, nigger, just keep moving, nigger. See where you are, nigger. Not too smart. Oh God, bitch, look at those ivories over those doors. Yeah, there's an elephant tusk. We use that to hold up the doors, windows. These niggas are rich. They don't even know what they have. These niggas not too smart. Jimmy, we're gonna have to go back and bring ourselves a posse over here. Yeah, we can bring a few of these niggas back with us too. They look in shape. They can work the fields. You know what I mean? Yeah, George. Let's just go get the boat and the canoes and fill the shit up, and we'll come back and pay them a little visit, if you know what I mean. You know the next thing I like to do is create these warlords. Yeah, any thug, any asshole, dickhead, lowlife, degenerate asshole. Just give the motherfucker a gun and give him some fancy name like Boko Haram. Wait, wasn't that Obama's creation? Yeah, he won. And you can listen for the con. They always build them up, see? They always build up the warlords. They always give them some fancy name, you know, like Angel of Ancestral Land, or, you know, the Warlord of Light. Whatever the fuck they give them. It's really, it's just a thug with a gun, you know? Give this motherfucker a gun. And then you listen for the condo. Fancy name, after the fancy name, here comes a con. He wants to establish, check this out, a caliphate. Yeah, he wants to establish a Muslim caliphate. You're an African, nigga. What kind of caliphate you want to establish in Africa? Look, Africa is a vast continent with a multitude of so many different beliefs, so many different religions. It's a big fucking place. Look, Islam and Christianity are just Johnny come lately, okay? The people have been knowing about different belief systems since the beginning of time, or even before time. Come on. So stop using your religions to steal the people's resources and belongings. Stop ripping them off. Because when you come with your Bible, guess what usually happens? We end up with the Bible and you end up with the land. When you come into Quran, it's the same thing. We end up with the Quran, and then you end up with the land and all the natural resources. Hey, where have I heard this before? It's been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. Why can't you figure it out, Africans? Because you have your head up your ass. That's why. If you're Africans right now, go kill yourself. Because you're stupid. Just like any other niggas all over the world. Now the niggas come talking about their Hebrew. These niggas never stop, do they? These niggas always find something, some religion, some shit to hang their heads on. Fuck you and your Hebrew Israelite, okay? Fuck you. Hebrew. I'm a human being. I don't need to be anything else. I'm a human being with the light of God inside of me. Divine consciousness. Can't that just be enough, black people? No, it's not enough for niggas, is it? You're Hebrew Israelite. You're this, you're that, you're that, you're that, you're that. You're whatever. You just can never be human being. You know why? Because that's just too simple, isn't it? That's just too normal. You want to be a God. Well, you got the light of God in you. What else do you need? There's always more for niggas. Look at the black woman. Walking around. Stop at any corner. And her hair is never enough. So she has to get some other hair and put on top of that hair. You think it's just never enough. You just get, after a while, you just get tired of it. Bring us to this picture here, huh? Look at this. Yeah, look at this nigga, Bill Gates. Yeah, he's a nigga. Four-eyed nigga. Motherfucker. Dr. Death himself. See, that's what pisses me off about Africa. Yeah, how is this motherfucker gonna come to Africa, as big as the fucking continent is, and he's gonna come and tell African people how to live their fucking life? I don't fucking get it. I'm telling you, this gotta be a curse. Four-eyed nigga. Yeah, he's a nigga. Just because he's white, he's still a nigga. He feeds on the corpse of the dead. So he's a nigger. He's a bottom feeder. Yeah, he is rich, but he's still just a nigger. A ghetto nigger at that. So the lowlife want to vaccinate all the Africans. Yeah, he want to vaccinate the whole continent. He wants to start his experiment there. Then he wants to chip them. Kill off the Africans. Chip them. Inject them with all kind of poison. How is it that he can get away with it? You know how he can get away with it? Your African leaders say you out. Simple as that. Whichever country this starts in, look at your leader. This Dr. Death here, Doctor of Death, 4-eye punk bitch motherfucker ain't even smart. But he can go around and dictate to Africa. You Africans are lowlifes, man. You all just allow this. You all just lay down. Anything you want. You know, Africa is colonized. Africa is colonized right now. Africa is going to be enslaved again. And Africa will always be enslaved because the people are cowards. They'll just allow anything to happen. And then they go back talking about, oh, the ancestors will take care of you. Ancestors not going to take care of you. Because if your ancestors come back right now, they rip out your fucking hearts from being such cowards. Don't even call the ancestors' name. They don't even want to have nothing to do with you. They're disgusted with all of you Africans. Black people all over the world. All of you black people. I'm not even sure you can repent. I'm not even sure you can repent. I don't know if you can go back to God and ask for forgiveness for selling out your planet. But you know, all things aside, I would like to visit Africa. But I'd like to do it the right way. See, everybody have visited Africa. The Arabs visit Africa, the Europeans visit Africa, the Chinese visit Africa. I mean, so the Arabs visit Africa and they've been there for the last, 1,200 years? Muhammad rode in Egypt for 750. They liked it so much they decided to stay. They only visit Africa, Egypt, but they're in Libya. Syria. It's all one land mass. Poor Gaddafi, he was trying to get his mojo together. And the mistake he made was gave up his weapon. They invaded and killed him. Kill him. What did they say? We saw him and he died. That was on the Obama watch, huh? Obama the God. A king on Boomerang himself who could raise the ocean and lower the river. Yeah. And you know what makes it so foul and disgusting, that whole scenario? None of you motherfucking African countries has raised their finger to help Gaddafi. Now, I don't have privy to all your information and inside information, your grudges and all that shit you all have against each other. I just know that you motherfuckers sat back and watched them crucify this man. Because you motherfuckers are foul and cowardly, man. See, the mistake Gaddafi made was giving up his weapons. Whenever you give up your weapon, you're surrendering. You don't ever fucking give up your weapon. That's why I love the American people. They're trying to disarm the American people. The American people say, hey, motherfucker, the only way you're going to get my weapon is you're going to have to pry it out of my dead fucking cold hands. I fucking love that. And I got to salute the American people for that idea, that mentality. Because you see, they understand that if they get disarmed, you can just come in and shoot them in the back of the head. But hey, I digress. See, I would like to visit Africa, but I'd like to visit the right way, just like other people like to visit Africa. See, Africa love visitors. They love invaders. They love when invaders come and bend them over. Africans just lay down for the invaders. So allow me the opportunity. Give me the opportunity, Mr. Africa man, to come and invade you. To come and visit you. Not invade, just visit you. Yeah. But I like to bring some friends along. Give me 250,000 soldiers. You know, some light infantries, heavy armory. I like heavy armory. Yeah. Yeah, some tanks. I love tanks too. I like to run into shit. Barrel through shit. You know, I got 500 years of stress and frustration I want to work off. I want to run in some village, run in some church, run in some mosque. Yeah. Crash into them. And if you so happen to be up in there praying or whatever, doing whatever. Well, you just have to work it out. That's your problem. Maybe our Lord Jesus can help you in that situation. Not my problem. Yeah, and I wouldn't line up with some of you leaders. I'm not going to kill you. You don't have to worry. It's going to run over your legs. Yeah. Hopefully, since you've been a leader and all, you've been cultivating some good scientists and some good doctors and what have you, physicians, to administer some good service towards you, huh? Bring you back to life. And if you haven't, then what have you been doing the last 500 years? Yeah, and I'd like to visit some of you ruling class. Yeah. Find out what you've been doing. Yeah, what have you been doing, Mr. Kingman, Miss Queen, Miss Empress, Miss Goddess, whatever the fuck you call yourself, Miss Princess? Mr. Leader, His Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister. Oh, you haven't been doing anything? Come over here, I need to talk to you. Yeah. That's why I'm going to have you up on this pole here, see? Make an example out of you. 250,000 soldiers is going to be just about right. I could do 500, but it's a lot. 250,000, yeah, just about right. Because you see, along with the 250,000 soldiers, I want some nice bikes. Yeah, bikes that can move real fast. You know, kind of blitzkrieg scenario. Yeah, along with my tanks and shit. Helicopters here, I'll take some of those. Because when I finish with that fucking place, it'll be a smoldering. Just fires every fucking where. I'm gonna burn that motherfucker to the ground. That's what I would do. Burn that fucking continent. And if you're alive, you better believe you're fucking righteous. And it's not going to be because you're praying to no Jesus or Muhammad. You see what I'm saying? You get me now? That's why I'd like to visit Africa. Allow me that. Give me just that one chance to show you my respect. Put some respect on your name for a change.